Welcome to HRD TV. I'm Kylie Spear, and today I'm joined by Andrew Peach, Executive Principal of Marsden State High School in Queensland. Marsden State High School was recently awarded the Gold winner for Best Graduate Development Program at this year's Australian AHRA Awards. Andrew, first of all, thank you for joining us, and congratulations to you and the entire teaching staff at Marsden State High for winning this prestigious award.
Thank you, Kylie, and thank you for having us this morning as well. A great honour for us as a school also.
Well, it's an honour to have you join us as well. Firstly, Andrew, how does it feel to be the first school to be recognised and awarded at the Australian AHRA Awards?
It's something that we're really pleased about, and it's something that we work really hard on here at Marsden to have a really strong HR focus. So to get the external recognition is something that we're very pleased about, but there's also nothing better than being a first. So being first across Australia is something that we're very proud about. But I think it's also great recognition for the years of work that have gone on to build the systems and structures here at the school to support our graduates when they come into teaching as well.
How has Marsden led the way in these times when teacher shortages are starting to impact staffing?
I think it's really been our long-term approach to staffing that has paid dividends for us. So going back a number of years, we did have a struggle as far as attracting teachers to the school and retaining teachers. So in 2015, we made a very conscious decision that it was a strong priority area for us to develop. So we set the systems and structures in place around both attracting and retaining staff through that time. And like most things that go on to lead to good success, it was really out of necessity. We weren't really a school that was attracting or a school that had a strong culture of attracting people to the school. Or retaining them for that matter, but being able to develop the links with universities to take a really proactive approach to the pre-service teacher program and getting university students into the school, but also really supporting our senior staff as well, has been how we've managed to build a structure that now by 2021 we're in a really a privileged position that we've got more people wanting to come to the school than what we've got positions for. So we've been able to completely tip it on its head by having that really strong HR focus here at the school.
So what is it about Marsden's graduate development program that stands out from others?
I would say it's because we actually really take the time to privilege the program. So we've got some outstanding senior teachers with some great experience who are obviously, as teachers, very keen to pass on their knowledge within the profession. So having a really strong focus on how we work with our senior and experienced teachers to support our new teachers has been key to that. But it's also really been about making sure that we're resourcing the program well, we're structuring the program well, we're constantly looking for ways to improve. But I think sometimes it's really just it's as simple as making sure that we value the work that happens in this space. So I know that our graduate teachers that come here to Marsden talk very highly of our program with their friends, their colleagues, their mates that have gone into other schools, and we quite often get feedback around what's happening in other schools. And there's a lot of really good work that's happening across the state, but across Australia in that space. But I think the key element within that is really valuing our people. Starting off as a teacher is very similar to starting off, I guess, in many other careers. But having that support through the initial teaching phase of being a new teacher in a school environment is absolutely vital. So the focus that we've had in that space and our ability to actually engage with our staff, but also with our university partners, has been of great benefit to everyone involved.
What are some of the ways the program does support and nurture graduates from their first day to becoming fully qualified teachers?
So one of the things that we've been really lucky with here at Marsden is through our history of 35 years as a school, we've actually only had 3 principals in that time. So understanding our school identity and what we believe in is something that's core to all of our practices. We've actually got a phrase that we talk about, that our identity informs our structures, which supports the learning of students to empower our kids here at the school. So everything starts from that very clear understanding of what it means to be a staff member at Marsden, what it means to be a student, what it means to be a member of our Marsden community. And I think that's something that our beginner teachers and graduate teachers certainly feel very comfortable knowing our school and knowing the expectations that sit behind that as well.
So Andrew, what has some of the feedback been from those who have taken part?
So we get feedback quite regularly from our beginner teachers and across our whole teaching staff. And the most pleasing bit of feedback that I would say that comes back to us is the support that our staff feel. Now, part of that is that the support is coming from multiple directions for our staff. As I mentioned earlier, we've got our staff rooms, we've got our teams within teams, we've got different faculties. But the feedback that we receive quite constantly is that it's a supportive environment for our graduates to come into. And I think that's also been part of the challenge of the school over the last 7 years has been our really strong growth. So in 2014, we had about 1,800 kids. Next year, we'll have 3,400 kids. So through that growth period, obviously, one of the things that's impacted us within there is that we're constantly requiring new staff coming in to the school environment as well. So I think over the years, we've also managed to refine our processes of what it means to come into the school as a new staff member. But the key element of that is having that support on multiple levels. So from your line manager and your supervisor to the person that you're sharing a desk with in the staff room, through to your other staff members that are starting the journey at the same time. And our focus around developing those teams within a team has really led to a really strong supportive culture here at the school.
And finally, Andrew, what's next for the program in addition to the huge growth that you guys are obviously experiencing? Are there any plans to develop it further?
Oh, absolutely. And we're always looking to grow and expand the program and refine and improve in what we do. And one example of that is that we've actually just developed this year a new program that's still in its early days, but around supporting our staff that come back after being away on long-term leave. So where that started was a number of staff members returning from maternity leave. And so being away from the school for 12 months or 18 months, through that growth period that we've had, it can actually be a very different school when you come back to what it was when you left. And so at different times we'll have staff members that are away for a period of time, whether it's through promotional opportunities or leave opportunities, how we support those staff members, where sometimes there's a bit of an expectation that, you might have been teaching at the school for 10, 15 years, but if you're away for a year, you can come back to a very different school environment. So that's one of the ones that's been really exciting about this year, how we can use the structures that we've got in our graduate program to also support returning staff or middle leaders and our aspiring leaders program. So one of the positives in this space is that we've been able to continue to grow and evolve our suite of programs. And probably the other one that I would mention as well is the ability of these programs now to move to an online environment. So one of our teaching and learning heads of department is actually nominated for a College of Teachers Award for innovation at the moment through her work in developing the Marsden Institute of Teacher Development. So that institute is basically about taking these programs into an online environment that's accessible for anyone at any time, and that's been really exciting for us as well, Kylie.
Well, it's so lovely to see how well Marsden State High School has done throughout this challenging year. And it's been wonderful hearing from you today, Andrew.
Thank you, Kylie, and thank you for your time as well.
Congratulations once again, Andrew, and thank you for joining us today for this HRD TV special interview. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.